Hey guys, welcome back to Interviews with Entrepreneur Show. RJ here back with another awesome interview. So today, like we have a very special guest, and that guest overall. Wait, let me edit it. Okay, so today we have a very special guest. Like I got in touch with him like a few months ago, and regarding with the software stuff because we both are having the softwares and everything, and we got more and more interactive with each other, and we are way good friends right now. And you guys know him as I guess I can simply name it as the Monopoly Man because he always dressed like a Monopoly dress and everything. So people knows about him in that way. So guys, welcome Brendan Duff. Hey Brendan, thank you so much for having.
Yeah, RJ, thank you so much. I've been a big fan of yours for a while now. I've noticed your software for a while and how awesome it is, and it just does so many great things. And so I'm so glad to be able to talk with you and jump on your podcast and your live stream here and kind of just go in depth of what and help everyone that is tuning in today. So
Awesome, awesome. Totally appreciate it. And guys, like if you will be tuning it on live, you can simply use the hashtag live. If you can come up and hop on replay, you can simply go for hashtag replay. Okay, so those guys who don't know about you, can you give us a little bit of intro, like how you got started and like where you are transitioning yourself overall, how you got started, and now where you are right now
yeah,
on your
definitely.
field?
So I was a personal trainer before this. I've been kind of an entrepreneur all my life. I used to play video games and make money. I used to sell video games, like gold and that sort of thing. Then I got into personal training, and I knew that I couldn't do that all my life just because at some point I'm not going to be able to work, and I couldn't just train all my life. So I needed to think of a way to really create passive income, take myself out of it, and really stop exchanging my time for money. And so in 2019, last year actually, me and my wife, we decided I gave up my whole fitness business where I was making about $125,000 a year. And I handed that off to another trainer. We moved to Texas and started all over. I was kind of tired of being in the fitness industry, so I needed to think of another way to make money online because I wanted to leverage the internet and use the internet to create passive cash flow. So I got into affiliate marketing. I noticed that was a very saturated market, and I needed to pretty much separate myself from just every other affiliate. So I started reinvesting my income into software, hired a developer, finding my who, because I'm not that smart to develop, and it would take me years to even get even a simple project done. So I hired a developer, someone who's way smarter than me, and we developed a software that allows people to automate their social media. And now we have a multiple pieces of software just because we've been using our money to reinvest it into development costs. And the reason why, obviously, I have the monopoly thing is to kind of go into that. I own real estate too. I believe in multiple streams of income. We have software, we have real
Absolutely.
estate, all these different ways to bring in passive income. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Awesome, awesome. That is overall, an insane thing. And it is insane overall, how you overall got started and how you got into software. And yeah, it is correct because let me tell you what happened to me as well. Because when I started my journey, I started there was one of my friend who was like a freelancer. He was
Mhm.
like on Fiverr. He was like a little bit of arrogant. Oh, I'm a freelancer. You're nothing else than a normal person out there. And he was like a web developer. He knows how to create sites on WordPress. He know about HTML and CSS and these type of stuff. And what happened to me overall was I didn't knew about anything. I didn't knew what is WordPress, how to use that, and everything. I saw him. I told him, "Could you please create me a page?" Like I had some type of mathematician vision I had in my mind. Because I was like teaching tuitions to my students and everything. So I
Right.
had a vision. Okay, I would create site where students can come up and get the access of their courses and everything. They can learn. I told him, "Could you please create a site for me? Like create a page." He said, "Like you don't need it. Like you don't need to have it and everything." Like it was what the hell? Like what happened to me? Like I asked him and he was like insulting me on top of that and everything. Then I started to learning HTML and CSS. I was like, okay, this will take me years to learn and everything.
Right.
Ton of time because that is what Russell Brunson overall says. Like you need to focus on who, not how. If you're trying to do everything, it will become like overall harder and way too harder. So
Right.
that is how like I got on the overall got in the developers. I didn't created that thing because that was already available in the market itself. But later on when we come up for my software, I haven't think about anything. I thought, okay, these are the person to do it. I just need to manage those guys.
Right.
That is it. That's how like I ended up and like launch everything. So when it comes to like automation, you just said that you have a software regarding social media. Like,
Hmm.
can you tell us like more about that, like how you are automating? Because we like each time we talk about the automation and everything, because it is what it is. It is
Yep.
what is necessary to scale the things. Tell us
Right.
about your software, like
Yeah,
what it
definitely.
does.
So I'm a huge person on saving time and uh, automating things because I used to play video games and I hated doing all the things that were very boring. So I didn't create it, but I would use programs to play video games for me, so I could actually do the things I like to do in the video games. And so I just kind of transferred that to real life. I was in social media. I hated following up with people. I hated seeking new friends and adding new friends. I just didn't like being on social media. I like to be on live. I like to go on podcasts. I love going on here, like with RJ, and talking and helping people. So I was like, how can I remove all the things that just bother me and take up my time that really don't move the needle, like engaging on people's posts or liking people's posts or adding friends on social media or trying to search through 1,000 messages to find one person that said, hey, can you follow up? So like when I was a personal trainer, we had I would always have people that would say, hey, Brennan, like, can you follow up with me in 2 weeks or after the holidays or whatever? And I wish I had the software at that time because I could literally just put a tag in Messenger and filter out all my messages and instead of trying to find one conversation one by one, because that was just eating up a lot of my time. And the fact that I would be losing money because one, I would be searching for that one conversation, or I would just give up because I couldn't find it. So I wanted a tool that could filter my messages really easily. So it was more self-serving. So we created that, and then we wanted to have a way to add friends based on keywords. So for me, when I was a personal trainer, I like to use the personal trainer thing because it kind of helped me develop this. So when I was training, I would only train men that were like CEOs, CFOs, uh, business executives, all these things where chiropractors, owners, that sort of thing, where people would have money. And I would only seek people that had money because I'm not someone who's going to train with me who couldn't afford it. There's no reason to add them as a friend or whatever. So my toolkit, we developed a toolkit to search out those keywords in particular groups. If that was local, if that was on like the ClickFunnels group where we scan for affiliates and add affiliates to my profile so they can promote our software. So all these tools we've kind of put together to automate our social media, and it was more for me. And then I've noticed that a lot of other people were like, "Hey, they needed this." So I was like, "Well, might as well start selling it." So we started selling it, and now we're actually getting to the point where so many people have used it. And it's taken up again more of my time. I might as well white label it. So that's where we're focusing on now, to white label our products so that people can offer this toolkit to their own customers, their own students, whatever, and be part of their value ladder, be part of their package or their stack or whatever. So that's kind of where we're at now.
Okay, that is insane. So like you talked about that, it also sent the friend request on the keywords. Like there's a person who have asked about that.
Yeah, so it will add it will search, like, so for instance, we'll go to ClickFunnels. It will scan the group in the members area, and anyone that has a affiliate in their name or their bio or whatever, it will add them as a friend. And then from there, we actually have other software that auto sends them a birthday request or says happy birthday or other things that say hello, to kind of engage them as a new friend. So that allows us to kind of really just feed the algorithms of Facebook if they are able to see our posts, see our profile because people are curious. If they respond to our message and if they comment on like one of our posts, Facebook is like, hey, that person's really into you. Let's show more of your feed to them. And then they are just bombarded with our feed or our posts so that they just typically will buy whatever we have because they're like, well, I'm seeing this guy everywhere, so I might as well like figure out what he's doing and do the same thing. So it just allows for kind of just tricking the algorithm on Facebook to really allow for us to get the most exposure. We also have it so that you can remove friends that are not engaging, because obviously, if your friends are not engaging, they're not relevant to your audience, and Facebook penalizes you for that. So you might as well remove those people that are not engaging so that you can really just focus on the people that are actively engaged with your content and that want to see more of it. So it just allows for a lot of the automation tools that helps really feed the algorithms of Facebook.
Okay, okay, makes sense. So you and I both have our own softwares and
Right.
everything. So like, tell me one thing when I ask about softwares. Have you saw like, or have you feel some type of impact when you had your own software? Like by having your own software, do you feel like some type of an impact when it comes to revenue base, when it comes to like some type of PR? You're a software owner right now. You have your own software.
Right.
Like, have you feel some type of changes with that stuff?
I feel that software owners, it kind of allows us to kind of leverage that a lot more, because it's everyone has their own digital product. They all have their own info product, and right now, like, it's a dime a dozen. Like, you can get, everyone has their cool high end info product, which is just regurged like content of that everyone else has. So if you can have a software on top of that, it just allows you to offer so much more value, and it's continuous. So it's continuously allowing for value. Not only that, but ultimately it allows you to have a continuity program. And if a continuity program is what allows you to really grow and scale your business, and if you don't have a continuity program, you're going to be working all your life. So that's why we developed software now. That's and why we've gone all in on software, is just because the value that the software brings helps so many people, and it's just continuous, and they'll continuously use it, and the more that they use it, the more they fall in love with it and saves them time, so they become like just raving buyers. And now every post that all my software people have, they're like, what else can I buy? I know for me, there's some softwares out there that have made me lots and lots of money. And today actively, or actually, I messaged customer support and I said, hey, what else do you have that I can buy from you? Because your software, and this isn't even mine, what other software do you have that I can purchase? Because it's just so much value in it. So that's the same thing that's happening with me. I have people where they've like, hey, can you make this, or can you do this for me? And I'm like, yeah, I can definitely do that. And they just want to buy more things. So if you have software, it just allows for so much opportunity, and allows for just having people give you their ideas, and allowing you to kind of take that idea and mold it into something that a lot of people want, especially if you see so many people asking for the same things. I mean, that's how I started with our first toolkit. I just found all these Chrome extensions that was using. I was like, why don't I just repackage them into a cloud-based software that can be used on any device instead of just limited to a Chrome extension? And that's how we got our first start. Now, I still believe in. We just developed a Chrome extension to do emails scraping and phone scraping, so that we can feed it into our autoresponder. So Chrome extensions are amazing for what they do. And so, I mean, we do both. We have Chrome extensions. We have cloud-based software, sales funnel software, autoresponders. So we've really developed a whole automation system that allows for people to really take their business to that next level.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. That makes sense. Because at the end of the day, like we as an, especially when we talk about like as an affiliate marketer, there are many guys out there who are like promoting stuff, and there are like tons of bonuses, hundreds of thousands of dollars of bonuses straight away. But
Right.
like that's of no use if anyone is providing something like a software as a part of a bonus, which can literally like help them to leverage the things. It is overall a game changer. And there are like many marketers out there who are saying that people will not like. I guess Neil Patel said that these ebooks or like these freebie type of stuff will not be the future of lead generation stuff. The software will be, so
Yep.
that the people will come up and as a part of a lead generation, and that is overall huge. So like when it comes to like your software, which is like superhero toolkit, if I'm correct, like
Yep.
what is the general price points that you have come up, so that I can simply let the people know as well, so that they can come up for that.
Sorry, one more time on that last part.
Yeah, so I'm talking about what is the general price range, like what is the pricing point for your software, so
Right.
that people can come up for that.
Yeah. So right now, when we first started, we had it at $19 a month, and our affiliates started yelling at us saying that you are providing such high value, you need to charge more. So we we upped the price to $27 a month, and it's still being sold like no other. And I still get yelled at by my affiliates to up the price. So we haven't upped the price in probably a couple months. So it's $27 a month right now. We're adding some other features that go into Instagram. We're actually looking at TikTok. We're looking at Pinterest. So once we've added these other these systems, we're actually going to be upping the price. And then obviously we'll be offering a white label product, which will be a lot more, where you guys or anyone can collect 100% of the profits, have their own label on it so that they can actually use, and they can really just sell it for whatever they want. So that's another option. But yeah, it's right now our product's at 27. We don't offer any kind of free trial. We don't do that. We just offer a 30-day guarantee. So if you don't like it, then I'll just refund your money. I don't really a lot of a lot of people that I know. I won't name any kind of female names, but I've had people where they don't give that money back, and I'm just like, why would you hurt your credibility just by not refunding some money? Like, the credibility of your software or the credibility of who you are as a person, because you took some money from someone, is, for me, it's just not worth it. So that's why we offer a 30-day guarantee, because obviously if the software does not work for you, it doesn't work within your needs, we just give you your money back because we want you guys to be happy. So it's just not worth it to us, especially for something so low of a price. Yeah, we that's why we don't do a trial. We only do a 30-day money guarantee. So I guess that is kind of like a trial, but yeah, that's kind of and it price points out people. A lot of people just, with the trial, they'll use it for a little bit, they'll stop using it, and then they'll recreate a new email and do it again. And so it just prices people out so that we don't have to worry about that and all that nonsense. And it's just more of a headache to handle all that. So that's why we start off at 27, and if you don't like it, we'll just refund you, and then we know that you're not going to do it again.
Exactly, makes sense. So guys, like if anyone who wants to like try it out on a 30-day overall refund. If you don't like it, I hope that you will love it, because it have like many features. Not like one thing. I guess you have like many features that come up. Like, what are the main features that you have in your overall software?
So we have Friend Seeker, which adds friends based on keywords. We have our Messenger, Superhero Messenger, which creates tags in Messenger. I mean, we can share my screen if you want, if that's something you want to
Sure.
do.
Sure.
Let me grab that. You know what? I think it might make me crash if I share my screen, so I'm not going to share.
Okay.
I don't want to take the risk, so I'll just kind of tell you guys. So my and you can go to RJ's link and check out all the features. There's videos on there. I highly recommend that if you want to know more information, but I'll kind of tell you guys the features. So the Superhero Messenger, which creates custom tags, so you don't have to search and lose mailbox money. We have an auto greeter. When new friends are added, they'll send them an automated message saying, "Hey, my name is Brandon, blah, 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 blah." Birthday greeter, to wish people happy birthday on their birthday. We have superhero groups, which we're being able to, I don't know about you guys, but I've added like 200 groups when I first had Facebook, and 90% of them are worthless. So easy way to remove the groups that just don't provide value to you guys. We have, what else do we have? Superhero Friends, which removes inactive friends and keeps your engaged friends, so that ultimately you can just have your perfect audience that is highly engaged and that help you really just push your organic reach even further. It's a good way to kind of not spend money on ads. I mean, I've made so much money organically just by this method that it's just ridiculous. And I've never had to invest money in ads. I actually am horrible at ads, and my account always gets blocked because I'm just don't know how to do it right. So that's why I was just like, you know what, I'm going to use this toolkit. I'm going to develop it. Well, I'm not going to develop it. I'm going to have someone develop it for me. And that's ultimately what I did. So it just saved me money on ads because now I have my affiliates that sell it. I have myself that sells it. And then we have our higher ticket program and all that. So superhero messenger, superhero friends, superhero groups, friend seeker, auto greeter or friend greeter, and then birthday greeter. So I think 6 right now. And then obviously we're always redeveloping stuff, adding more things to the toolkit. So yeah, it always changes. So it's always improving and always getting better.
Guys, this is literally insane. Like at this price point, like it is like 29 a month, as you said, if I'm correct.
I think it's 27. Yeah.
Okay, 27 a month. Like at 27 a month, you're getting like each of these like insane software, and it is like huge bundle up because if you are getting it at any point, like on individual, it will cost you a lot more. If you're getting all of those on individual places, it will cost you a way lot more. So like I will prefer you definitely going to be checking out. I posted the link in the comment section down below if you want to check out, or there is on your screen as well. So you can come up and check that out as well. So yeah, tell me one thing. I was watching your live like a few days ago where you're talking about the real estate overall, the digital real estate
Yep.
and the physical real estate that you have. Like, tell me more about that. Like, how you treat, we treat email list as a part of our digital real estate. We
Mhm.
say that. Like, how you take up as a software a digital real estate in that term as well. Like, how you think?
So real estate is, I love both. Digital real estate which is software, is just cash flow heavy. It's ridiculous. Like the rate of return that you're getting from software is just insane. Real estate is long-term play. You get obviously things like appreciation, depreciation, tax benefits, cash flow, debt pay down, creative financing, all these little things within real estate, but there's a much higher buy-in. But obviously it depends on a lot of factors. I mean, software can get really expensive too, but and overhead costs and all that. But it's just really just knowing your numbers. For me, I love both. I'd rather have something where my software makes me money consistently every single day because obviously it's a subscription, so people opt in and I get paid every day, and then I use that money, and I know kind of what my monthly expenses are. I kind of know what I'm expecting to make that month, and then I can use that money to one, reinvest into long-term investments like real estate. I don't invest in stocks or anything like that, so I only invest in real estate, and then I take that money and I'm like, hey, there's this new thing I'm going to create, and I'll pay my developer. He'll create it, and I'll have another piece of software to feed into more real estate. So it's I believe in having multiple streams of income, kind of like what we talked in the very beginning.
Yeah.
So if I can create these multiple streams and use money to reinvest to make me more money, that's the name of the game. So the more streams I can make and the more diverse I can get, the safer I'll be. A lot of people that are watching this are probably thinking like, oh, it's COVID right now, the world shut it down. But this has actually been my best month ever. And I think we're pretty much clearing about 20,000 this month. So it's only going to get bigger and it's going to continuously grow. And we're just going to keep reinvesting into our software and into our real estate so that we can ultimately just live on passive live, live on passive streams of income. And then ultimately what we do now is when I made enough money for real estate, I hired someone to manage that. So now I just get checks from my real estate, my property manager. And ultimately right now we're having someone take over the superhero toolkit as a way our development team, we're hiring a lead who will manage all that so that I can step away and focus on higher level stuff. So it's just ultimately what you want to do is make with anything, any kind of investment, is make enough income where you can pay someone to manage it and grow it so that you can focus on other things. And that's kind of what I've done my whole life. So that's the power of leverage, and that's the power of reinvesting your income so that you can make more money.
Exactly. That literally makes sense. And yeah, absolutely, that makes sense because reinvesting is a part of a game. Because if you're reinvesting, you are like more likely increasing your overall passive income and passive cash flow, and it is the best thing. In our show overall, we talk about the achievement, we talk about success overall, but
Right.
we talk about overall the failures. So we talk about the mistakes. So like we are right now, we have the complete topic around softwares and automation. So like, what do you think if someone would go on and start having software or start working on the software, even though their developer are doing that, what is the number one mistake that they make when having a software and then selling? Like, what is the number one mistake that you think in all of those things?
God, that's a great question. I'd probably say there's two mistakes. I would say three mistakes that people kind of fall into for software, for anything. One with software, people just don't understand development time and cost and overhead. It does take a lot longer than you think, even though the testing and just the testing involved, the development costs, all that just takes time, and things get pushed back. I had software that has failed a bunch of times, and just because Facebook doesn't like us that much, so they decide to change little things, and we have to obviously keep reinvesting in our developers so that they can continuously fix things. I mean, it's just the name of the game because it is Facebook, and they don't want anything automated. It's just what it is. The number two thing is, I would say that a lot of people think that you need to recreate the wheel and deliver something that's brand new, and you don't. I just took a bunch of Chrome extensions and added them to a toolkit, and now we have the pretty much amazing software that everyone's like dying for. So now they want to resell it as their own stack, and I didn't do anything special. I just combined a bunch of things, and we did that. So I think a lot of people think that you need to create something new, and you really don't. I just kind of just did the same thing everyone else was doing. Number three, just key. A lot of people, I think, need to focus on having recurring revenue instead of focusing on one-time payments, because each time you have, especially for me, like our software is cloud-based, it's there's time in development, redevelopment, all these things, and if you have one-time payments, your each user is going to be worth less over time versus having them be recurring or a continuity program where the value of that customer is going to go up. And excuse me, and the more you can have of recurring revenue for reinvesting is how you're going to stabilize and scale your business. So I think that the people that are just constantly focused on one-time payments, even high ticket, they're constantly having to work and constantly having to hunt for new customers. And I think that's just the hard way of doing things. And I'm very relaxed, kind of lazy person in a sense, because I'd rather have a constant flow of being able to build on what I did the last week instead of starting over every week or every month, because bills keep piling up, rent keeps going up, cost of living keeps going up, and if you are continuously working on those one-time payments, you're going to be working all your life. So that's why it's so important to have recurring revenue, because then you can just keep increasing those prices. I mean, we charge every year, we increase our rents for our property, and our mortgage still stays the same. So the difference in that, the ROI on that, is going to just keep increasing. So just like software, as we add more tools, we're going to increase our prices, and development cost is probably going to go down because we can really just hire an in-house team instead of hiring another team, and it just allows us to leverage that. So I would say those are kind of my three tips on how to really don't fall into some trap of being a business owner or an entrepreneur.
Awesome, awesome. That really really makes sense overall. Because yeah, that is the overall case. People sometimes focus on things and they find it overall, overwhelming.
Right.
Sense they find it overwhelming. Oh my god, that's a software. Like how? Oh my god, how to do that? Like how to manage the developers? Like so many things come up, and it's like confusing overall. And they find it so hard, and they don't know. And some of the guys out there in the market, they have a software, but they don't know how to sell it. You know what I mean? So that is
Yeah.
also happens as well, because they simply don't know how to generate the traffic on the platform overall, so that they
Right.
can increase their revenue and get themselves. Because at the end of the day, they are like the software who are on the one-time payment. like are not going to be likely go for the longer term, because as you said, there are like development costs come up and updates come up in the future case, and reoccurring revenue overall, that is the thing that software can go for the in the longer way and
Yeah.
further, because the reason overall is people can come up and you can update the stuff what people are asking, you can put it up overall.
Right, right,
And
right. And I see a lot of lately these sales funnel softwares that are coming out that are given away for free, and I'm just like, how is there a long-term play in that? And I don't know any of the softwares. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to say them. But I don't know how they have some kind of long-term play, and if they're able to give free software away month after month, that business is going to go bankrupt really quickly, and that's not a long-term play. So you right away, a lot of people just need to create some kind of continuity program, something that's being paid month after month that you can provide value to each month after month. And if that's software, typically digital courses don't have a monthly revenue. It's just a one-time payment, and you're constantly having to hunt for clients or spend money on ads and that sort of thing. And it's easier to keep a client happy and keep them paying more month after month than acquiring a new customer. So you might as well focus on making your clients happy or your students happy with a software or something like that, so you can continuously grow your business. That's allowed us to really just uh, grow so big, is because we're able to redevelop and reinvest our money into more developers, more tools, more customer support, all these different things that allows us to continuously grow our business.
absolutely, that literally makes sense, because that is the overall case. That is what people needs to understand. And yeah, that is awesome. And yeah, guys, again, like I'm telling you guys, the link is in the comment section down below. If you will be watching it on replay or on the watch time and whatever, you can simply hop on the replay and definitely try it out, because you these are the tools like you definitely need to automate the stuff. And it's, if you are not doing like automation and they are not system in place, it's way too harder to scale things, because it is harder. Because if you don't have the automation, it is harder to scale the things, because you don't have time, then you don't have a proper income to like spend more time to generate more income. That is the case, and these are the things like you definitely need to understand. And yeah, again, thank you so much, Brendan, for being on the show. And like any last thing before we like wind this up, overall, like any last thing that you want to
Yeah,
say to the people out there?
definitely. I would definitely sign up with RJ's like link right away, because this is the lowest it's ever going to be. So for me, I'm just being selfish. If you want to wait, you guys can pay me more later. I don't mind. But right now, it's going to be the lowest it's ever going to be. So definitely jump on that link. I don't mind if you pay me more down. Like if you wait a month, you can pay me more. I don't mind. But go ahead and sign up with RJ's link and get going on that. And then obviously keep learning, but stop. Actually start implementing. Too many people are just focused on learn, and never really implementing. And a lot of people I've noticed spread themselves too thin, and they never do anything great. They do kind of a lot of things very mediocre. So if you can just focus on one thing, like that's why I've done one thing at a time. And any opportunity that comes to me, I usually shut it down, because I'm focused on one thing at a time. Like I said, where I grew my real estate, I handed it off to my property manager. I grew my software, and now we're handing it off, and now I'm going to grow other businesses. So focus on one thing at a time, so you get major momentum, and then obviously once it gets to a certain point, you can start handing that off and use leverage and scale your business. So
Yeah, totally appreciate it. And guys, again, the link will be in the comment section down below. You can simply check that out. And yeah, again, Brendan, thank you so much for your time. Totally appreciate it for being
of
on the
course,
show. And it was an
definitely,
awesome
RJ.
thing. And
Hey,
yeah, guys,
thank you so much for having me. I mean, like I said in the very beginning, I've been a big fan of yours for so long. I've always loved what you've been doing and how much you support other people. So again, thank you for having me on. And anytime you want, I definitely am here for you guys.
totally appreciate it, guys. And again, thank you so much. And like, we will see you next time.
Awesome.
Peace.
Peace.